I was going to make some remark about this being a new year and therefore it being a new age for great games, but... what the hell is this? Call it a minor gripe, but this annoys me to no end. Why can't this case be normal? The only reason why this case should be of this size if there's multiple discs. In Final Fantasy Origins there's 2 discs, and in Metal Gear Solid Platinum there's a special missions expansion pack, but here there is only 1 disc. The same applies to this game Reloaded. I mean, holy lord, why do they make cases like this? I don't see the reasoning, except maybe the manufacturers ran out of ordinary cases, I don't know. It takes up more room on the game shelf than it should. Anyway, let's begin this review proper. Lomax was made by Psygnosis in 1996, acting as the first platform game of the Lemmings series. Now bear with me for the duration of this review because I've never played a single Lemmings game in my life, so if I miss out any key information on them I apologise. My specialty is guinea pigs when it comes to small rodents. Knowing that Psygnosis had made this game, I didn't need much reason to buy it. They'd made King's Adventure, Overboard and G-Police amongst many others that I like, so going into this I knew what to expect. Anyway, the story of the game goes that the Lemmings have been horribly transformed by a curse cast by Evil Ed, and it's up to Lomax to free them. You can free them from the curse by either throwing a helmet at them, which has different enchantments, or you can spin attack them. Right off the bat, everyone is thinking that this game is a clone of Rayman, but even though it was only released 1 year after, it's still a major improvement. The control is equal in its fluency, but movement feels great in comparison to Rayman's steady walk. The animations are superior, as well as reminding me greatly of the enemies of Heart of Darkness. Unlike Rayman, there's no lobby or hub system, so you can't choose levels. The password system is awfully generous, using only 8 characters, but still doesn't give you that much freedom. You're also expected to complete the 40 levels with very few lives and 3 continues, and that may sound good, but this game gets tough quickly. But before we can cover the game's difficulty, let's firstly look at Lomax. For starters, he is very different to the other Lemmings and is referred to as a Lemming Knight. He's got a snappy dress sense and his attacks are pretty cool. The attack you'll be using the most is the spin, which is used by pressing the X button twice. If I have one problem with this, it's that it takes a lot of getting used to because it goes against your every gaming instinct, unless you're experienced with the Sonic the Hedgehog game, which I'm not. You often think you're going to pull off the move, but instead just jump into an enemy and die. The second move can only be done with a magical helmet, and these act as your health. With the helm you can take 2 hits before dying, and you can throw it and it acts as a boomerang, kinda like the fists in Rayman. Even though your objective is to get to the end of each stage, you'll still want to collect coins and save Lemmings. What bothers me about this is there's not much reason why. The game doesn't tell you what purpose the coins have, and by attacking cursed Lemmings they're free of the spell but don't contribute anything to the game. It's not as though there's a point system either, and freeing too few Lemmings doesn't halt your progress like in Rayman. I'm not complaining, but it seems pointless to risk your life in these scenarios, especially when attacking enemies is literally hit or miss. The platforming aspect of the game isn't much special, but it has quite a few gimmicks that easily compare to Rayman. For the most part it's just running and jumping, smashing open pots and crates to find coins and rescue Lemmings, but there is one fatal flaw that this game makes, and you could say it's game breaking. Why does the jumping in this game suck? The control is fluid and that's not my gripe, but when you jump you have to hit your mark cock on. If you think you're going to hang onto a ledge or just hit it and fall back, you're wrong. You will go through the platform and most likely fall to your death. This takes a lot of getting used to, and even when you've adapted to it, it still happens. But other than that, there's not really much to talk about. The game's graphics are astounding, and the animation I can safely say is some of the best on PS1, again next to Heart of Darkness, Rayman, and even Disney's Hercules. Yeah, I said that. The worlds Orbian, while few and uninspired, are still nice to look at, but my favourites are the first and second worlds, the jungle and medieval lands. They don't bring many different challenges, but they're tough nonetheless. The soundtrack is what I expected from a game like this. Not too memorable, but there's quite a few tracks you may want to listen out for. In fact, that's what the manufacturers should have done, put a soundtrack CD in this huge ass case. So there you have Lomax, of an obscure platform game with very few flaws. If you're looking for difficulty and rarity, you can't go very wrong with this one. So until the next time, I'm the Greasy Gamer, the one source for number 2 games. Ta-ta for now.